In this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 life-changing ideas from 5 of my favorite people and YouTubers.
I just say 5 times, but now I said 5 for it.
Oh, there are too many 5s in this video. Let's dive in. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Pushkar and I'm a student in Ahmedabad University. Today, this is a special episode because this is a letter to me for the next 5 years. These are the practices I'm going to be following for the next 5 years. So let's dive in. So the first one is from Abdaal, where he says that know the game that you are playing and know the winning conditions of those games. So what happens is when we see different people trying different things, when someone tries out a new course or when someone tries out a new career, we think that, oh, we can do this too. And I think we should try it. And what happens is after some time, you have hundreds of things that you want to try. You have this feeling of overwhelm and you do absolutely nothing. So know the game that you are playing, not the game that your parents want you to play, not the game that your grandparents want you to play. Because others try to, motivate you to do things that they wanted to do. Whereas I want you to focus on things that you want to do and not what your parents or friends or grandparents want to do. So play the game that you are playing, not the game that your parents are playing, not the game that your grandparents want you to play, but the game that you want to play. So the second one is from my favorite person on the earth, which is Tim Ferris. So Tim Ferris says that seek forgiveness and not permission. What happens is when we are young, our minds are like these untrained horses with so many ideas and things to execute on. But what happens is we end up giving excuses that my mom won't allow it and I cannot do it, my parents won't allow it. And because of all of this, we never end up doing the things that we want to do. And what Tim Ferris says is that if you want to do something, just go ahead and do it. Don't ask for permission, just go ahead and execute the task. And in most of the cases, you'll find that people don't really care and they'll be okay with whatever you do. And even if they disagree, you can always ask for forgiveness rather than for permission. Because in my experience, people are much more willing to give forgiveness rather than permission. The third one is from Ryan Holiday, where he says, internalize the serenity prayer. The serenity prayer goes by, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And what happens is there are many shitty situations in life where you have no control over, and the situations are just plain simple bad. You have to know that what's up to you and what's not up to you, and you have to differentiate between them. What is up to you gets 100% of your attention, and what is not up to you gets 0% of your attention. The fourth idea is from the book Atomic Habits, where James Clear talks about setting habits and not goals. Basically what he says that we should focus on the system behind the goals rather than just focusing on the goal. And there is this great example in Atomic Habits where James Clear writes about that the person who wins the Olympics and the person who does not even qualify, they both have the same goal. So what differentiates them is not the goal that they set, but the system behind the goal. So what happened with me was that last week I published a YouTube video on how to get an internship without any credibility. And for me, I thought it was a very good video, but sadly I got less views, and which made me sad, but then which made me remember that I should not focus on the output rather than the input, which means how many people watch my videos is not in my control, but how I make my videos is in my control. So set habits and not goals, and focus your energy in the right place. The next idea is from Ankur Warikoo, where he says resist the obvious. And he says that there are already so many templates. The world does not need them. The world needs a rebel. So if you're trying to do something, try to do it differently. Try to be different in what you do and live this whole unconventional life. And what I try to live by is, it's impressive to take the road less traveled, but it's even more impressive to build your own road. Now, one bonus tip before you take off for the day is to focus on the journey before the destination. Now, I was watching this podcast between Ali Abdaal and Lewis Howes, where Ali says that you should build a life where you have fun doing what you're doing and it adds value to others. So what the most people do is that they think that if I work hard today, after 30 years I'll reach an imaginary place where I'll be supposedly happy and I'll retire. But I know that's not true. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build a life where I enjoy being in this day. I enjoy right now and I don't have to postpone my happiness maybe into the future while I'm retired. That's the point of journey before the destination, to live life right now and to not focus on what will be there tomorrow rather than to make it now. And as Brandon Sanderson says, you should always choose strength before weakness, life before death, and journey before destination. So yeah, these were the 5 life-changing ideas that I want to remember for the next 5 years. And I'll be sharing one post with my email subscribers, which is 18 tips for the 18-year-olds like me. And you can check that out by subscribing to the email newsletter below. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.